Well, 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 North America, if today is any indication of how this match is going to go, Allegiance is about to win. The desk has a terrible track record.
Irony.
And this is why, Achieves, I think you're over here with me now. You don't want to do predictions anymore.
I am done with predictions for the day, maybe for the rest of my career. I prided myself on them early on, and now it's just like, look, man, Evil Geniuses, you're playing really well. Allegiance, you have some things to fix. So let's get into it. That's about all I'm going to say.
I have a feeling that, and I had it too, Chicago, obviously is the answer.
I actually agree with Carpet, to be honest, because in terms of raw, staying out loud, quick, punchy, feels awesome, Seabass is the way to go.
A good consonants in the name, I suppose.
Exactly.
But Chicago you can drag out. And hopefully we'll get to see some crazy plays from Chicago today. The question is, though, is Allegiance now warmed up, going to be able to keep up to EG? EG looking, oddly enough, like one of the most consistent teams in North America besides G2.
Yeah, EG have been playing well enough to beat a lot of people. And again, you're going to see them really start to get tested here in these final couple of weeks. So here's, of course, like Gibbs said, you got to be able to beat those lower three teams. Allegiance, I wrote one word throughout their entire first series of the day. I was like, Allegiance, this is you right now. Panic. So I'm looking for them to just settle down, not get in each other's way through the entire series, and that's what I want to see Allegiance fix. But Evil Geniuses, let's see what you bring to week 4.
Well, we will find out as we get into game number 1. Evil Geniuses versus Allegiance. EG looking very favorable in a lot of people's books right now. Include the desk there, full predictions for EG to win, but Allegiance will try to start off early here with a play. Ty couldn't put that towards the net. They'll back off. No, a second chance. Classics couldn't get to that one in time, and they'll put the first one away. Allegiance in the lead.
So I'm thinking Classics probably should have got to this one. I'm wondering why he didn't. He put himself in the net. It was close. He maybe just went a little bit too far. Wanted to make sure he got a clean angle.
Yeah.
But Ty Not Tyler, definitely a good aggressive push out of the midfield. Force that one into that top corner.
And now the analyst desk, shaking in their boots as Allegiance.
They should be, man. I know how it feels. I'm shaking in my boots. I didn't even make one.
And Allegiance already off to an early start here. Okay, a second one. Aleutian was the only one home. He'll just secure that.
Aleutian was just floating out of the midfield. Chicago gets taken way out of position. He clearly didn't see Seabass up there on the side wall. Otherwise, he would have immediately rotated back because Aleutian, he was just in the right place at the right time. He was not like cherry picking that at all. That was just a moment of blindness for EG right there.
An odd start there, no one home for EG on that second goal. Maybe just a case of getting warmed up. We'll see if they can turn around. It is a best of 5. A chance here now off the backboard. And Corrupted G, the man that stepped up last week, is going to put one home.
It's a nice touch. Aleutian, he doesn't do anything wrong here, gets it all the way to the corner. The problem is Classics made a perfect read. He saw that shot coming from right to left and said, all right, the only way this ball can get cleared from the positioning of the defenders is out into this corner. He got there early, threw it right back up. Great read from Classics.
Allegiance's 2-goal lead didn't last long. One has been answered, but they are still in front score-wise right now. EG only a minute in, looking to answer that second one that Allegiance had gathered. Illusion bounced that one out to Ty, but he had backed off. Now Corrupted has a chance to set up a play. He'll just pop it high.
And already right there, 2 people from Allegiance jumping at that ball. Not a good sign for game 1.
Classics with the pressure on. There's Ty with the clear. Chicago puts that right into the hands of Illusion. Can he win a 50? He does. He's out of boost, and he doesn't get that corner. Seabass will be able to send that one out. Classics pressure on Ty yet again. We've seen that situation with the hard clear. We'll see if Allegiance can make anything out of it this time. Excuse me.
Well, the big problem with those long clears, Lee, it's just the big issue is yes, you're getting it out of your own half, but they don't have any way to follow it up. They have to just give up possession, but this one gets over the head of everybody. Seabass off the bar and has to wait his turn, just goes and steals the boost instead.
Yeah, almost a chance there. No follow-up, though. EG now with possession. Corrupted going to slam that one far to the orange end. No real scoring opportunities for them, though. Seabass with a breakout chance. Aleutian to the far side. No one there. He'll try to recover it himself as Classics approaches it. Corrupted the last one back now. Chicago wins that touch. That's toast Seabass. Seabass tries off the crossbar. An important touch there from Classics, I believe.
Evil Geniuses overall. Surprising to see them leave so many open nets.
Yep.
just pushing upfield, thinking they have balls. Like this one gets over the head and again off the bar. And still, Allegiance cannot find the back of the net. It's what I've been harping on all season long.
I mean, at least they're getting the chances. They just got to capitalize on those ones. Off the crossbar, just a little bit too high. They'll still hold the lead, but no cushion to be seen. Chicago in front of the net. There was no one there to help him out. They'll keep the pressure on, though. EG on the attack. Ty trying to change that. He does. Illusion. A follow-up touch from Ty. Off the backboard. You see Seabass just opting to stay back there. He didn't know EG was going to get a touch.
Dangerous.
Classics over top of Seabass. He'll try for a follow-up, getting a read off Illusion, but he doesn't get what he wanted. And through the smoke, no goal was going to find its way to the back of the net. With a minute 30 left. Illusion, sorry, not just him. Allegiance as a whole holds the lead.
There's a lot of A's. Oh, what a risky push from Ty Not Tyler. They've got the lead with only a minute, but it's going to be a quick counterattack here for EG. Over the head, though. Poor pass from Corrupted Gabe.
Classics going to see if he can make something out of it. He can't, though. Chicago up instead. A 50 lost. Ty will get that one to the blue side, but Corrupted will clean it up. Down to Chicago. He gets it to Corrupted. Corrupted throws it home, but right at the defender. Classics with the follow-up. And there it is. All three getting involved, and now we're tied.
And James hit the nail on the head. They're letting Corrupted G get involved in that offense and let Classics be that cleanup man in the corner. He doesn't have too much to work with here in terms of where to shoot that ball. He's got a very tight window. Just fit it right under that corner. Great decision-making coming out of the midfield. Said, all right, let's put the pressure on him. Now's the time. He nailed it.
Fantastic placement there. Coming up from EG as they put one home. Allegiance no longer with a lead. They're hoping or wishing they had gotten that crossbar shot in before. See if they can generate some more chances. The ball down to G. He passes it to Chicago, who puts it on target, but Allegiance will keep that out. Classics with the pressure.
And that's 2 shots in a row now from Chicago, right down the middle of the net. Surprising to see him struggle to place the ball in such poor form when we've seen him be so much better than that.
30 seconds left now. Tied up 2-2. EG on the attack. Corrupted getting bullied out there. Ty keeps the box off, and Chicago will be forced up, but a miss there. Might be a breakout chance if Ty can get this to a teammate. He can't. And with Illusion off the field, EG will be able to sustain some more pressure. Crossbar, Bardowski. There it is. Classics going to grab the lead for EG.
And the reason this one goes in is that demo right there from Chicago on the rotate out, because that was the only player from Allegiance who was going to be able to buy time for everyone else to get set. Classics again fires another banger. Like you said, bar down and in.
Now Allegiance with 11 seconds left to answer. EG grabbing the lead for the first time in game number 1. They still have a chance, but they'll have to do it right now. That ball dropped down. Corrupted G getting a little panic, throws it to the corner, gives it to Seabase. That'll drop in front of the net, though. Ooh. Chance. Classics does finally clear it to the side, drops it to the ground, and EG, trailing for most of the game, managed to scrape a win out.
Certainly not the prettiest ending of the game for Evil Geniuses on defense, to be sure, but they got the clears. Allegiance, the one thing I noticed overall through that entire game, they spent a lot of time, yes, they, like you were talking about at the start of it, they'd get those nice long clears up the field. The problem is they didn't have the boost to follow it up, so it would take them far longer than they would like to be able to get that ball out of their half and be able to follow it up and stay on offense. They had to spend too much time recovering those resources that they spent to get that clear, and that just allowed Evil Geniuses to have all the time on their own half to get set, get oriented, and push that ball right back in.
So now we talked about Corrupted G. Excuse me. We talked about
okay,
Corrupted
man?
G. Yeah,
Good?
no, my I'm just so excited. My body just can't handle it right now.
Good.
So we talked about Corrupted G last week, stepping up on offense, huge right now. It's not even just that. I've been seeing him making beautiful touches at midfield to teammates, actively being aware of where he's putting that ball. We see a lot of teams lately just kind of slamming it to the other end of the field, not knowing what they're going to do next. Corrupted G's been a big force in helping his team move down the other end of the field. Who on Allegiance needs to really make those changes? Because obviously they didn't win that one. But they had to leave for a bit. Something changed.
Well, the funny thing about Allegiance, I feel, is that they actually have a pretty well-developed sense of where each other are when they're on offense. They get real scrambly, especially today on defense. It has not been pretty on defense. It's just the problem is we haven't really seen Allegiance get that ball and be on offense. So before we can even talk about who needs to make changes and look for people for passes, they need to be able to manage their boost game in this game number 2. That's what I want Allegiance to improve on and say, all right, let's have the resources to go on offense and try and stay there for a little bit. And that's when I really think you'll be able to see Allegiance do some things.
Ooh, early start though for EG. Shutting down any chance Allegiance could have had to dreams in game number 2.
Well, Chicago, perfect pass away from the corner. Big problem. Seabass rotating into the net, cut off Tyler. He's trying to flip out of the way. He doesn't exactly probably know where that pass is going, or at least who it's to, and he's just saying, I need to get out of my teammate's way. Problem was, he cut right in front of him and just didn't allow his teammate to go out and challenge that ball. Not that it would have mattered. Classics put a great ball into the back corner, but still.
Classics has just continued to impress me.
3 straight goals now with amazing placement from him, for sure. What a save.
Almost a chance there. We have Allegiance now on the attack. All 3 getting involved. I'm sure they'll back off. They do. Illusion and Seabass getting out of there, knowing that could have quickly turned around into something they wouldn't have liked. Corrupted G off the backboard. Follow up from Chicago. It's going to be wide to the left.
Chicago definitely having a rough day. It's 3 in a row now that he should have probably found the back.
Ty forced to get a read off the backboard. Is it going to be enough, though? Chicago out to the center. Corrupted just trying to keep the ball in the box there for EG. We have all 3 up in the box now. Corrupted has to be very careful with his decision right now. And they do manage to get out, but will Allegiance turn it into a goal? They won't. And now Classics with a counter.
And again, that push upfield from Allegiance is exactly what I was talking about. You saw Evil Geniuses. They got caught well forward in the orange half. Is that one in? Oh my God.
It is off of 50-50. Corrupted G gonna steal another one away.
They got, like I was saying, there's not too much here to analyze. Corrupted G just makes a great challenge off Tyler. And Allegiance caught off guard. But what I was saying before that goal found its way into the back is Evil Geniuses got caught well forward on the orange half, and Allegiance had plenty of time to immediately turn that into an offensive chance on the other side, but it took them far too long to get going. They were in position, they just didn't make the push.
And they are not going to let you talk right now. Illusion going to send one home this time, closing the lead that EG has.
Classics gave up the challenge initially, but Seabass made a great adjustment. He decided to go up and challenge it, Classics did, and Seabass, nice little fake, kicked it right back out to the side. A perfect setup.
Now 1.5 minutes into game number 2. EG stealing away game 1. They are in the lead, but Allegiance trying to bring it back. Not enough boost to finish that off. Seabass will try to back out as his teammates try to create pressure, but now it's EG on the attack forward. Chicago almost finishing it. A goal line save there for Allegiance. Will it be enough, though? Chicago almost with another chance as that ball got sent right to him. Counter-attack chance for Allegiance. Can they do something with this? Out to Seabass, to the far side, but not far enough. Chicago, another goal line save. Both these teams back and forth so quick. Very close chances for both.
Unfortunate for Seabass just not being far enough away to be able to really place that ball with some power to the back of the net and towards the back post. He was so close that he just couldn't really turn on it.
Ooh, maybe not the best touch from Illusion. Corrupted was there to put it towards the net, but you couldn't create anything out of it.
Legion just gave up possession there.
Yeah, I was about to say the exact same thing, Jinx. You owe me some boost.
They ended up with it, though. Evil Geniuses, I think, were caught a little bit off guard. They're like, they just handed us the ball. We're not ready. What do we do? And then they just gave it right back. What a banger. Classics into the center of the net. Again, nobody home. It's been like that a lot of times here for Allegiances. And it's surprising to see all these open nets. They keep running into each other again.
The one thing that they're doing so well right now is looking, almost all of their touches are looking for each other. EG is team-minded right now. Okay, I gotta get this. There's gonna be someone there at midfield to help me out. That's exactly what happened. Now with a 2-goal lead, EG making the analyst desk feel a little more confident in their predictions.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, to have that kind of
I envy that
prediction security.
Ooh! Okay, Seabass.
Where did that even come from? Now back to a 1-goal deficit. Allegiance out of the corner. Seabass just full speed ahead, steals that one away from the post and says, I'm going to put this in.
And that's exactly what I wanted. Allegiance, I've said it plenty of times this season already, they were built initially as that counter-attacking team, and that's exactly what happens when they've got the resources to make a quick push to the other side. And how about this one? It's in.
You see that there, too. I think it was Seabass, or I forget who it was, but he's like, yeah, I'll just leave this. No problem, that's going in, just to make sure there's no one here to stop this. There, Ty. Matrix that one.
Classics got caught running out to the corner for boost really fast, and unfortunate, allows that equalizer.
So the kickoff team Allegiances right now. We'll see if they can get another one. Quickly bringing this game to a tie.
But this is overall a much... Oh, over his head.
Oh, Illusion does get it off the post. Follow-up from Chicago, stopped by Seabass. Great read from him. It's not over yet, though. To the far side, the defender couldn't stop it. So many goals in this game, and EG regained the lead.
Just when you think they got away, Corrupted G realizes nobody is able to come out of the net and challenge because Seabass had no boost, had to wait his turn in net. Tyler was trapped with him in the corner and just couldn't turn around, and Corrupted G says, oh, I have a second chance. Ooh.
Kickoff chance here, though. Ty turns on this one hard, but he didn't have the boost. He'll get beat to the ball by Classics. Classics solo play on Illusion. Can he do it? Can't beat out that Octane hitbox.
I call it the Octane Gym, Leaf.
The Octane what?
The Octane Gym.
Gym?
Subscribe to the Octane Gym because they've got the muscles to go through anything.
Oh my. I hate you. Oh, fake there. Almost. Get into the whole way. Corrupted G, though. We'll just get back in time. And EG hold on to the lead. For that final minute there. They've taken game one, and if they can hold on to this lead, they will take game two, putting themselves at match point.
This is a good push by Allegiance. They've caught EG on the back foot.
Will they be able to capitalize, though? To the far side. Corrupted G was there anyways, had it gone lower. Seabass by himself. No, Illusion's there, going to help him out. Right to the center. Ty is up quick, but so is Chicago. A battle of the Dominai in the air. 30 seconds left. EG on the back foot.
Nice demo.
That should buy them some time.
It didn't. Lucian came right at him out of the midfield, and Classics running equal amounts of havoc the other way just to try and prevent this push from Allegiance to tie it.
And at the same time, they can't break out of their own end. I guess all they have to do is hold off, but being on defense with an angry Allegiance knocking at your doorstep is not where you want to be.
Chance?
See if they can finish it. Off the side, just a miss there. And that's not going to go in, and Chicago can clear this one away and grab game number 2, putting themselves at match point. You look upset.
I'm extremely disgruntled. because last week I pick Allegiance to beat Cloud9. All they have to do is finish their chances, put the ball in the back of the net. I pick Allegiance today versus Rogue. All you gotta do is put your chances in the back of the net. It gets to game 2, no time on the clock. They have a wide open net and they kick it off the post. And I'm like, Allegiance, just put the ball in the back of the net, please.
Maybe one day. On your birthday.
That'd be nice. My birthday's in July, though. So.
Oh, so well, it's not happening this season.
That chance has already passed.
It's gone. It's over. Allegiance is doomed at this point. But Allegiance isn't looking absolutely awful right now. As you said, it's just they've got to clean up on those chances. They're creating the chances. There's just no finish to that. And I don't know if it's just a case of them having to slow down a bit, maybe think about their touches or what it is. Even at the end there, you saw, I forget who it was, but he rushed by. He could have had the rebound off the post, but he rushed by a little bit too soon.
It's certainly possible. I am not a professional player, and that's probably a good
Far
thing.
from it.
But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You don't have time to slow down in the RLCS. Yeah. You're playing the best teams in the world. You're going to only be able to have the opportunity to capitalize on a ton of half chances like that. You gotta score them when you get them. There's no excuse at this point. But to be fair, Classics has stepped up big today with well-placed balls. Corrupted G, again, keeping up that performance that we saw from him last week. The only person currently that I see really struggling for Evil Geniuses is Chicago, and even then, it's only been his placement.
Yeah.
And other than that, Allegiance has had to make some pretty tough stops versus some shots from Chicago. So Allegiance has made small improvements from their earlier series today, but you gotta put the ball in the back of the net.
Now into game number 3. Evil Geniuses at match point. And Allegiance keeping the series fairly close, but on paper it ain't gonna look like that.
That's the truth.
We'll see if they can start with an early attack here, though. They're trying something, but they weren't able to manage to break through. Off the crossbar, Seabass gets the read out to center. Illusion and tie up, though. Illusion calls himself off. Oh, Corrupted, great read off that backboard to prevent any kind of rebounds.
And Tyler, I thought he had one. We brought it up in the first series of the day. He's having a rough season for shooting percentage when he was such a big factor of Allegiance qualifying this year. And it has just been down the drain this season. Under 10% shooting percentage. Insane.
Just past a minute, no goals scored. We had a lot in the previous games. Tone it down a bit. Seabass by himself off the crossbar, trying to play a tricky one on Classics. He won't succeed. And now all three grouped up in the corner there for Allegiance. They managed to somehow thwart an attack from EG.
Yeah, it worked out. That first touch out of the midfield had a little bit too much on it, but it's a quick turnaround, and Ty Not Tyler beat up. Lucian going to have to buy time here.
I don't know if he bought enough time, though. He put that ball right out to the center there, and Classics was almost able to turn it around with the help of Chicago. No chance there for EG. That gets stopped out by, Ty at the mid. Illusion off the backboard, double tap out to a teammate who was preemptively in the air. That's going to kill their chances.
The old pre-jump strat.
Pre-jump everything.
It's the only way to victory.
Well, if it works, you look like a genius.
You do look like a genius, and you get mega style points. But you don't have time for style points. You're down 2 games.
Approaching the halfway mark now. 0 goals scored.
I like that play from Classics around that back wall, just because he realized he landed improperly, and if he allowed that ball to bounce, it was going to be a pretty clean shot opportunity for Allegiance, so he just took a second touch and pinched it around. Good heads-up play.
Good drop down from Classics as well there to a teammate. Chicago did lose a 50, though. It's going to be Corrupted G to try to have to clean it up. Chicago.
He wanted some style points, too. Little spin.
It was close. Illusion did get a piece of it off the crossbar, though. And now, Allegiance on the attack. Put in front of the net. Illusion going to try to drop that one off the backboard. Corrupted G with a miss clear. Ty backwards, tries to set something up, gets a bump, but Allegiance's chances have faded away there, I think.
Oh, dear. Man, Chicago is being tested on defense right now. He's had no boost in the past 15 seconds, and he was just like, man, this counterattack's going to be really scary. And he kept his head on a swivel. And
take a deep breath.
He played it well.
Get ready for the long haul.
He was in a lot of bad spots, and thankfully Allegiance couldn't make a clean shot opportunity and didn't get faked out and made a nice clear.
Minute 30, we have almost 4 minutes gone by, and not a goal to be seen yet by either team.
Not a fan of that touch from Chicago. He had space to work with in front of him, and he kind of just gave the ball away.
Up to Corrupted G, intercepted by Ty. That's off the backboard. Seabase is there. We have a block, though, from Chicago. He doesn't get the read in time, and Seabase is able to delay it enough to put it to the right post.
And then last, put the ball in the back of the net. What a touch from Illusion, though. And Seabass delaying that, angling his car to the left so that he got to that ball second. Chicago was diving in front because Classics went up the back wall. He was not going to have a good chance at it wherever he placed it. So a really brilliant opportunity for Seabass to say, look, I know you're rushing, and I'm going to make you look silly.
Classics trying for a chance to tie this one up. Allegiance trying to keep their dreams in the series alive. Classics. He's got Corrupted G. They can't make anything out of it, though, as Classics puts it to the left side. On the backboard, Allegiance almost with a chance. We have Classics. The solo plays, tries to get it to a teammate. Illusion backwards is able to keep it out. Final 30 seconds left for Evil Geniuses now to create a chance, but that's going to be a long shot. And Illusion basically securing game number 3 for Allegiance, sends one flying.
That's a nice touch from Ty Not Tyler. Realizes nobody from Evil Geniuses is going to be in the midfield to challenge this touch forward. Just says, here you go, place it wherever you like, and Illusion decides the back of the net looks pretty good.
20 seconds left now, EG on the back heel. Corrupted G off the field. He'll leave Chicago and Classics to try to generate something until he comes back. Classics, a final ditch attempt here. It looks like it may be all over for them in game number 3, but the series is not over yet. They did grab game 1 and 2, and that means they still sit at match point against Allegiance, but Allegiance looking to crawl back.
So there were a couple of good things that I liked from Allegiance this game. 1, a lot less double commits.
That's good.
2, limited a lot of shooting opportunities from Evil Geniuses. Compared to games 1 and 2, Evil Geniuses was out shooting them by 1.5 miles. Plenty of shots. But here you only see 5 for Evil Geniuses. Corrupted G boxed out of everything.
Yep.
90 score, limited what they could do. So Evil Geniuses playing some solid midfield defense and at least not letting them get too close, because the reason Evil Geniuses was being so successful in those games 1 and 2, they had a lot of good passes out of the corners, out towards the top of the box, away from the defender sitting in the net, or they were doing it from the sidewall near the midfield, just again towards the top of the box. And it's such an effective passing method to, you know, not put it close to the defense. And Evil Geniuses was doing a good job of that. So Allegiance was saying, okay, that's working really well. We need to figure out how to cut those down. And so they did exactly that.
Now, I wonder if it was a conscious game plan from Allegiance to say, okay, let's just get Corrupted G out of the play here. Let's just try to box him out. Let's try to just annoy him as much as possible, boost starve him. Or I wonder if it's just kind of like tighten up our own game and then we'll worry about him later.
Allegiance, they strike me as a let's tighten up our own game than say let's go box out Corrupted G. I think that was a happenstance.
It just kind of went that way.
Exactly. But I think Allegiance is saying, okay, well, how are they beating us? They're beating us with a lot of passes in towards the midfield. So we need to figure out a way to cut those down. And they really focused on that, I think. So rinse and repeat if you're Allegiance here for Game 2. More importantly, they found the back of the net. That was good. So keep doing that as well, and maybe you go to Game 5.
Now we have Allegiance fighting still to stay alive in this. EG is at match point, as mentioned before, taking games 1 and 2, but Allegiance in Game 3. An attack here, Classics. Heads up touch to Chicago, but he couldn't get there in time.
Ooh,
in front of the net, as you said. Free goal for Ty, not Tyler, as he puts the first goal away in Game 4.
And this is that perfect counterattack from Allegiance because it all worked. You saw that little tap from Evil Geniuses out towards the middle of the box. They didn't want to go towards the corner. They said, you're right below me, here you go. And they recognized that, and they jumped on it immediately. Stole it off the hood, went on a counterattack, and it's a free goal because Evil Geniuses is thinking, yeah, we got this in the bed. No, we don't.
No, not quite. Feels good for Allegiance, though, to live up to their name.
Wait, what? Live up to their name? How?
Well, you said they're the counterattack.
Oh, yeah.
Team.
Okay, I thought you literally meant their name, Allegiance, and I was like, how?
What does this mean, man?
That's what I was thinking.
I don't get it. I don't get it either.
Live up to the reputation.
I'm just here to yell at some soccer. I don't need to make sense.
What
Almost
happened there?
on the goal line still. It's there. Illusion and Ty trying to get one into the back of the net.
EG looked tied up.
Seabass, though, finally, with the finish. They were just hoping, crossing their fingers, that one of these would have gone home.
And it all started with this crazy clear off the post from Evil Geniuses. As soon as that happened, you literally saw all 3 of Evil Geniuses turn around and follow that ball out to the other corner. And once you see all 3 people doing the exact same motion, you know it's going to get kicked right back across the field and out towards the other side. Evil Geniuses was just playing catch up there, and they lost.
Just over a minute into Game 4, and Allegiance in the lead right now. EG unable to score.
6 shots to 0. Allegiance.
0 chances right now for EG. Which means something's going to have to change here. I don't know if you've pinpointed it specifically yet.
I was too busy wondering what you were talking about with their name.
You're still on that. It's best not to take anything I say with too much thought. EG on the back heel.
Oh, man. He's got
a slow play.
He had him on a string. He's like, do it, Corrupted G. Do something.
I dare you. And it was scary knowing that there were 2 other Allegiance players right behind him, too.
That's what I wanted after Game 1. I said, look, Allegiance needs to find a way to manage their boost better. And that shot to the back post just wide from Corrupted G would have been a huge goal for them to get them right back into it. But Allegiance managing their boost, able to push on offense, hold on to the ball, and really put some pressure on EG.
Here's that halfway mark in Game 4. Still yet a goal to be seen by EG, or really any kind of offense. Yet again, EG giving away the possession. Giving Allegiance so much time to think. Good touch there to get that around Corrupted G. Chicago tries to set something up, but that will be sent deep down into the blue end by Allegiance. Power shot can go towards the net. Corrupted G will be able to get a piece of that one. Classics now, a piece of that one. But he was met by Seabass at the mid, and they will not be able to turn that down into the orange side. I mean, EG still stuck on their side of the field.
Here's a chance to break out. They need this, and that not a good flick from Corrupted G.
Intercepted immediately by Seabass. As you said, that flick was kept low.
It's going to be a rough stint here. Evil Geniuses controlling a lot of the boost in the midfield.
Shot on net. Seabass extending the lead by another goal. Finally breaking through. They were on offense for so long, and it results in the goal eventually.
Oh, and Corrupted G took himself off the line, trying to grab a couple of pads out in front of the net because he was on 0. Had a little bit of faith in Classics getting the nose of that dominance on the ball. Unfortunately, that did not happen, and it snuck through.
The minute 30 left, 3 goals starting to become a harder and harder hill to climb.
I wonder what the last season was where going down by 3 goals and still coming back to at least tie or win was feasible. Because you think about since RLCS Season 1, maybe even 2, it's kind of always been once you're down by 3, that's the bar. Your chances of winning go down drastically.
It's gone. Whoa, tie. Well, let's make it 4.
Let's make it
now
4.
That's gone down even more.
Exactly. And it's just like, what can you even do at this point if you're Evil Geniuses? It's going to be a 61 seconds of reflection and, okay, what are they doing now that's beating us?
That was really nice. A team pinch there to add a 4th. They don't need the 4th, but they're going to do it. They're going to do it in style.
And more importantly, Seabass and Tyler keep finding the back of the net because, man, there's one thing Allegiance needs to boost the confidence going into next week. It's going to be like, yes, we do know how to hit the back of the net. And there will be no harsher critic on them than me next week. I tell you what.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. Now in that final minute of gameplay, EG shut out on this game. Yet again, Seabass taking away a shot that was, I guess, fairly easy. It was right at him. Corrupted G maybe could have had better placement to at least get 1 goal for their team, but they are struggling. In that final 20 seconds, this is for sure now in Allegiance's hands, but maybe EG can at least get those consolation goals just to feel good going into that final game, because it will be a final game. As we head into game number 5, EG was at match point taking games 1 and 2, but Allegiance was not ready to roll over quite yet.
And you know, the funniest thing about this entire thing, Leaf,
our jokes.
But no, no. It's going to be everybody at the desk again saying, we all picked Evil Geniuses, so maybe that's the real bane of today. It's like, all the desk is unanimous, they're all wrong.
It's the analyst curse, I guess.
The desk is no.
I'm not going to have any part of this.
To every team that we have unanimously chosen to win a game today, sorry, because today was not your day. But Allegiance,
that's a new
11.
RLCS stat probably right there.
The desk might go 0-3 on the day for the first 3 series. But 11 shots so far for Allegiance. Only 3 for Evil Geniuses. 2 games in a row now, Allegiance is saying, yeah, we've got you figured out, Evil Geniuses. You're going to have to bring something new to the table.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what it is. I mean, like, you see again, Corrupted G. I mean, it doesn't tell the whole story, but last on the scoreboard, again, when we've known that last weekend, even the first 2 games here, he was stepping up huge. So I don't know if something shifted for Corrupted G. I don't want to shift all the blame onto him.
Yeah, it's certainly not.
But there's got to be something going on there that he is probably going to want to change coming into Game 5.
Well, they talked about it again right at the start of the desk. They were like, we have a game plan. We need to get Corrupted G involved on offense more. Classics need to sit there in the back line. So I think it all starts... I'm not saying it's Classics' fault, but I am saying that Classics is that back line. He's the one responsible for buying time for Chicago and Corrupted G to get set in whatever position Evil Geniuses find themselves on. So it's on Classics and Evil Geniuses as a whole in general to really make sure they take care of the ball in this game, I think. I want to see him keep the ball close. Not that close, though. Just punched it off his post and right in.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to put that to the corner a bit, but Chicago is going to be the result of Allegiance's first goal. I mean, it was going in if he wasn't there.
Yeah.
He had to do something, but he did put it into his own net there, and an own goal is going to start the story of Game 5.
And boy, do you need a quick answer if you're EG.
Yeah, you don't want to be sitting at a deficit the whole game knowing that the first goal was a little bit on you.
It's going to feel... It's been a long drought. It's been a long drought, Leaf. Games 1 and 2, it was a plentiful oasis on offense, and man, is it rough right now for EG.
Correct me if I'm mistaken, but I think since Game 3 and 4, EG has yet to score.
You are correct. They have not scored in games 3 or 4. They won't score there. Seabass gets one off the side wall. And I touched on it a little bit at the start of the day. Maybe Seabass has to pick up a little bit of that slack since Tyler's fine in the back of the net, and boy, has he.
Absolutely, just so fast right now. Allegiance is playing with confidence. You saw that touch off the wall, no hesitation, and Seabass was up to put that one away. And in the first minute, not even a minute passed by yet, and we have Allegiance leading this game by 2 goals.
Seabass currently involved in 9 of 13 of Allegiance's goals this series.
I've always said it, he's been the most, I guess, consistent or strongest. They're all around the same level, but strongest player for me on Allegiance.
Agreed.
There's that first minute of gameplay gone by. And EG is yet to find any kind of semblance of offense.
A lovely header.
So here's your test, Evil Geniuses.
Use each other. We know you can pass, but Chicago gonna go for the solo play.
Someone's got to be there out of the midfield. Where's Classic?
Classic's waiting way back at midfield. He's coming from his own end and stopped.
Probably because Chicago was rotating back and he was far closer to the ball and he just didn't want to take the chance of a double command.
Expecting him to cut in. Because that's what Classics would do. Chicago solo here. Got that one away from Ty, but Ty will take Chicago off the field. Now, Seabass with an open far side. Puts it off the post. Ty off the backboard is going to find Chicago's nose. And EG keeps that 3rd goal out.
That's one of those chances if you're Allegiance, you realize you got to start converting those. You have the open back post.
Absolutely.
Those are the teams that all the world-class teams nail every time when it's given to them.
Illusion centering that one out off the post. Seabass is just going to give away possession rather, and they do find it back though at midfield. The mistouch there is actually going to be fortunate for them as Ty can try to, excuse me, wow, get that one out for Seabass.
Get your water after this series, buddy. We're almost there.
Nah, that's easy mode. I'm playing hard mode today.
Oh, Chicago, he needs help.
What a save!
2.5 minutes now. Allegiance looking to turn around this reverse sweep here. Well, get themselves a reverse sweep against EG as they took the first 2 games. Fairly convincingly, but the story has changed.
But Evil Geniuses, this is their first extended stay on offense for a long time, and it pays off. Classics drops one right into the middle of the box. Everyone from Allegiance kind of just sits there and stares at it. And Chicago says, if you're going to give it to me, I'll take it.
Yeah. I mean, it's all 3 of them. Classics on the back, probably saying, you see me? Corrupted G's like, yes, I do. Classics, great drop down. All 3 getting involved as Chicago finishes it off. And now they have 1 goal to gather back in 2 minutes. 0 goals to get back in 2 minutes. At Demo, a goal, pressure off the kickoff, and EG's back in the game.
Welcome back to life, Chicago. You struggled to hit the net so far, and Seabass do not agree with him going for that corner boost. I just saw him pick up the one in the midfield. I know he had it. You gave him the space.
You silly.
And Chicago put you down.
Now tied up. Allegiance is so close to the reverse sweep. I'm wondering what's going through their heads now that they've given away 2 goals to EG.
What better not be going through their heads is how they missed that back post shot, because that's going to stick.
Illusion with Ty will send that one flying to the blue side. There's a follow-up, but it's going to bounce a little bit too high off the ground and hit that back post yet again. EG on the way out, corrupted by himself as Chicago's taken off the field. A double tap to Classics, puts it top corner, and there it is. EG in the lead.
And look at Evil Geniuses. It's insane how they put in 1 goal from Chicago. 1 goal. And it feels like someone just poured gas straight into the engine, and they're like, welcome back to life. They have a pulse leaf.
They got the Nitro upgrade.
That's what it feels like. They're challenging out of the midfield. It's going to be a true test of allegiance. You need to get up in their face right now and throw everything at them.
Exactly what they needed. And there's
it'll
a
cost
4th one. Demos all over the place, maybe not intentional, but they're happening. And Classics sets up a good play for Chicago.
I said you needed to throw everything at them. They did just that.
Literally.
And Classics made a nice touch to get around everybody. And Chicago playing right next to him, behind him, says, thank you very much. I'll take those.
Analyst desk feeling a little bit better now.
Everyone can take maybe a deep sigh of relief.
Not yet. Still a minute left, and we've seen Allegiance.
A tense 60
a tense,
seconds.
deep breath.
If you're on the desk.
Seabass will try to start things off here. Illusion way back in his own end. He won't be able to help Ty. Will be the only one. That'll be pushed to the side there by EG and pushed out of their end by Chicago. Oh, a misplay there. Classics couldn't put it on target, though. It did force Seabass up to the air. Now a double commit from Allegiance, and the pressure should stay on by EG. Classics with full boost. We'll use it all up there just to force Allegiance into their own end. A hard clear there towards the end. Seabass on the cherry pick. It's going to find a third goal. One away now with 18 seconds left. They're still in this.
And Evil Genius's big mistake here. Chicago was all the way upfield on the other end of the field, had no reason to be over on that left-hand side of the pitch while that ball was about to get launched back onto the blue half. And he left the back of the pitch open for Allegiance to just counterattack. It's going to be a rough 13.
We'll see if they can do it now. Allegiance on the attack. Seabass to keep it in. Illusion, though, is going to have to back off as Seabass missed that. Now EG, all they have to do is drop that down. And I know Classics is trying to just get a 50 to put it down.
Yes.
In the air, chance. Oh, he puts it over to no one. Chicago keeps it alive, though. Illusion with a chance. It's still in the air.
Seabass just stopped moving. Where'd he go?
Needs to put this one in the air. And that is going to touch the ground there. And Allegiance unable to complete the reverse sweep, and EG